Special delivery. What are they dropping off today? So you know what that is? You ever heard of a Texas blade? Oh yeah. Okay, so this Texas blade bumper is actually a custom made job, and I ordered it over 8 months ago. I have no idea why it took so long to actually get built. It wasn't like it was made overseas. It was made in America. So I can't believe they can call that, oh, supply chain this, supply chain that. So I don't know, maybe it was they couldn't get steel stock, but whatever. It took me 8 months to get it. It's finally here. Thanks again, Mom. My wonderfully generous mother actually gives me every year. She really supports these projects, and every year she gives me a little donation to the cause. So this year I actually went out and bought this this custom built bumper. So we'll get it out of the package and see what it looks like. But essentially it's going to be the same shape. It has the drop shape on both sides, so it's a bit of an homage to the original bumper on this truck. But it's a blind mount, so these those cutouts won't be there. But then there are circular cutouts for the Perlux 200T lights. So it's going to be just sweet. So let's get this opened up and take a look. Always a treat to open up new stuff for the trucks. Okay. Oh, something shiny. Oh. Oh, Big Rig Chrome Shop, I am not happy with you. Where the hell are my cutouts for my Perlux lights? I mean, it's a good looking bumper, but it's wrong. Oh. What do? Order another one and wait another 8 months? Oh, that sucks. Gotta admit, it looks good though. Oh, but I really wanted to put lights on the bottom.
Dear Lord, that's the loudest profanity I've ever heard.
Yeah, I have to say that still looks good. Just a giant 20-inch mirror. I do like it. It's going to look great on the truck. I'm a little disappointed that I don't have the cutouts for the Perlux lights, but that's the way she goes sometimes. I mean, things aren't always perfect, and I guess I'll just have to save those lights for a future project, but man, that looks good. And look, it's just a giant mirror. You can see the trees and the clouds in the background. Okay, so first up, what I wanted to do was, weather up here is kind of nuts, because 1 minute it's minus 20 with a foot of snow, and then the next week you got the snow melting off the roof there. So what I wanted to do first to take advantage of this relatively warm weather is I want to swap the stall. So I want to put LBL in the middle and put Snowman in this stall. And I've been wanting to do that for a while now, but then of course it got cold, so I couldn't. But now that I can, I figure it's time, because if I try and paint Snowman in the middle stall there, I'm gonna have to run some kind of barrier on both sides of the truck. Whereas if I have it just in this first stall here, all I'm gonna have to do is hang a tarp along the roof all the way down, and now I got my painting stall. So we'll go ahead and spark both these trucks up and see if we can't get them flipped over.
Exhaust gases which are discharged from engines contain several constituents that are harmful to human health and to the environment.
Man, I love driving this truck. Even if it's only a few feet. Swap garage stalls. Luckily I left this side on. I think we'll fit. Now we don't want to run this one any longer than we have to because we don't have any air cleaners. And we want it far enough back to be able to open the hood. Something like that. Yeah, something like that looks good. Okay, that's enough diesel smoke for one night. I should be able to open the hood here. Oh yeah, that's still enough room to walk by. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna go inside and maybe have a cold one and let all that wonderful diesel exhaust blow out of there. Okay, so first up, I guess we'll try and get all these old rusty bolts off of here and take my Harley plate off, and hopefully I don't drop this on my head. All right. Yeah, so I can't seem to find my 3/4 inch impact socket, so I decided to use a chrome one. Yeah, that's why you don't use chrome sockets, to take off old rusty bolts. Like the other time, this time is gonna be the last time. How did I ever work on that? Man, it's nice in here. Okay, so like most projects, it's usually the very last bolt that causes the most trouble. And this one's just been a bear because this bumper must have got hit somewhere along the way and it's split. So now can't get the impact in there, can't get a socket on there. So I'm trying to do it with a wrench, but it's just seized. So now I'm gonna try and throw a little heat to it with a torch on the backside, but you can barely get at the backside because of the way this mount is. You can only get the flats of the wrench on the other side, but I'll keep fighting with it and we'll get it off eventually. Trucks are awesome. I think if I can just crack it loose, it'll let the bumper off, and then I can get the bumper out of the way and then back the whole thing out. But like I always say, where there's a will, there's a way. Come on. This is getting nuts.
Eventually.
Wow, that yeah, it's like these springs were red at one point, and the mount was blue, so, and the hooks were red, so I think the truck was originally, or at one time, red, and then someone painted blue over it. Okay, so with what I'm going to do with these tow hooks, is take these out of here, because again, there's no cutouts in the new bumper for these. So I just got to grind this little tab off here, and then the pin will fall out and I can take this off. And I was just looking, it's like these bottom two springs are just sitting in there. And if a guy took these out of here, if it would settle down. Eventually though, I'd sure like to put a bag system in there with just one leaf, and you can lower the whole truck right down. Wants and needs, maybe someday. Okay, let's clean this up and maybe throw a quick coat of paint on it, and then we'll start mounting the brackets for the new bumper. I suppose that was one benefit of working outside, is I never had to really clean up after myself when I made a mess on the ground.
Oh, rainy day one, never seem to see it for the good time, for the sunshine. And then a friend of mine, rainy day one, that woman of mine, she ain't happy until she finds something wrong or someone to blame. If it ain't one thing, it's another one on the way.
Okay, so what we need to do is get the brackets off of here, because again, this is what's called a blind mount, where the bolts don't go actually through the outer part of the bumper. Holy cow, this thing's heavy. Okay, so as you can see, these are the brackets here, and there's the cutout, and there's the full 4 holes. And boy, oh boy, that sure looks like a bigger opening, but let's hope they got that right. Now I don't see the bolts anywhere. There was supposed to be a bolt kit, and they didn't ship that either. So I might have to head off to Bolt World and get maybe some carriage bolts, because there's only about a 1/4 inch space in there. I don't know if a bolt head could fit, and then this can go over top without impacting those. So I might have to get some bolts, but I was thinking actually last night why they didn't put the cutouts in. I thought maybe these brackets were in the way, but I mean, I had the design that I had given them was the 6-inch cutout for the lights was down in here. So there's no reason they could have cut that out and then just cut into this. And then I could have had my bracket and then the lights. So I'm still not impressed, but whatever. Stop whining about it, Mark, and let's put the bumper on. So we'll get these brackets off and see if we can't get them on the truck. Yeah, so I didn't want to reuse those old rusty bolts, so I ran over to Fleet Brake and picked up what I needed. And I think this is actually going to work now that I've released the top one here. Let's see if there's going to be enough space with a washer. Yeah, so it should still work. So I don't need to use carriage bolts. Okay, so we'll get this guy off of here and then mount it on the truck. All right. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, we'll finish bolting that up, tighten it up, put the other one on, and we should be able to throw that bumper. Yeah, so I'm just looking at these support legs, and now these are too short too. We're about 4 inches short because, of course, the original bumper was 16 inches and this new blade is 20 inches. So the installation kit that never arrived, not only did I have to buy bolts, but I'm gonna have to keep chasing the Big Rig Chrome Shop for some new support. So we can still mount it on there, but eventually I'll have to get those put on. And I know I keep complaining, but I really wish I could have put those lights in there, and I wish this would have came with all the stuff I needed to install it, but I know what Artie Lang would say if he were listening.
Toughen up, honey.
Woke up this morning to the sunshine. Sure as hell looks just like rain. I know where to go on a cloudy day. Oh, rainy day long. I never seem to see you for the good time, for the sunshine. You have been.
I know I've said it before, but I love this tool. So you can set the torque on it, and it'll just cut out when you get to that setting. Just beautiful. What a wonderful tool. Okay, I think we're just about ready for a bumper. Yeah. Oh, this thing's stout. Okay. Lift with your back, Mark. Drop it. There. Okay. Now, where are the bolts I'm supposed to put in the top? These guys. Okay, it shouldn't go anywhere. Let's see how that looks. Open the door here and swing out and take a look from the front. Oh yeah, that is nice. Awesome. Thanks again for the birthday present, Mom. It looks great. And that looks awesome. That really turned out. All right, well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up there. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you got it, a trucker brought it.